Gather round, everyone, and hear again the tale of Drakfu. Welcome back, everybody, and happy Friday! The weekend is upon us, and it's time for more questing in Nagrand. But first, as usual with Warlords, check the command table. We should have a bunch of missions to turn in. Yes, Ancient of Corruption. And a level up for Ishal and Penny. Let's do the rest. Boom! We have our first follower to 100, and it is Soulbinder Tulani. So now basically the way that works is that the experience will still pile up, but instead of going up in level, she will go up in grade. So now she's green, she would go up to blue next, and then to epic. Sorry, no legendary. Only one. There you go. Break their chains. Okay, Morketh won that. Got us some garrison resources. Breaker of the Blue Flame. Yeah, baby. We got all Olin, Bluk, and Leoraj level up. That's great. Elements of Surprise. And boom, Benjamin Gibb leveled up. All right, and now Gorging Ogres. That gonna be it. Kaz levels up to 99. Yay, and then finally Stalactite Appetite. Boom. All right, so now we have some 100 quests that show up now that Tulani is 100. Unfortunately, you need more than one. So it's probably not going to be something that can be done right away. We are still going to need to rely on all of the XP ones for the moment. So lending a hand. Let's go ahead and do this. So Shattered Hand Raiders do not simply kill. They take trophies from their victims. We know their next target. Stop them. We're going to send out Tulani along with Penny and Kimsey. See if we can get them leveled up. Let's see. We have Blackrock Intelligence. Blackrock messengers have been spotted crisscrossing the region. Any missives they are carrying could prove valuable to our cause. We're going to go ahead and send out Olin for that. And we also have Uproot the Problem. Our garrison requires resources, so it's harvest time. Kindly remind this savage plant and its minions why we're atop the food chain. We're going to send out Vivian for that. Because, of course, you threaten plants with fire. Let's see. We also have Crush the Pale. So let's do this. Oh. Uh-oh, lag. He's lagging. There we go. Okay. So, Crush the Pale. The Pale are twisted, cowardly wretches, but even scavengers can be deadly in sufficient numbers. Still, that's easily solved, isn't it? So, we're going to send out Benjamin Gibb and Morketh. And let's see, we've got 7 on a mission, 13 idle, so we should be good. Let's see what else we can do. I want to try and do as many groups as we can, but unfortunately all the groups... Oh, we have Steel Tusk Glyphs. Let's do that. And we're going to send out Kaz, Mulverik, and Ulna. And then finally, let's just go ahead and send them out on some solo missions. So, Leoraj for Shredder side. Leading the Flock. I don't think we've ever gotten that before. We'll send out Ishal for it. A charismatic High Arakoa priest is inciting his congregation to raid nearby settlements in the name of Tarok. We must defend our allies. All right, then we also have Shivan Sightings. We're going to send Ziriak for that. And is there anything else we could send? No, not really. We still have 7 idle, but at least some people will get some experience along those lines. Because the best way to be able to do it is at least get a couple up to 100, and then at that point send the 100s out with like a little one, and they can get all of the XP, and it's going to be fine. But that leaves us open for questing in Nagrand, so I guess we need to figure out where on earth are we going today. We could go take care of the Dr. Hadley Ricard problem. We could also head out to see what the High Mall Crusade is about. We also do have Tellar, and we have Trouble at the Overwatch. So I guess the... Trouble at the Overwatch. That's funny now. Okay, so... which one's the furthest out? Probably Trouble at the Overwatch. The closest would probably be the High Mall Crusade. Let's do that first. Let's go ahead and get the High Mall Crusade out of the way. So, well, actually, I should fly to the Ring of Trials, but I just don't see a reason to. It's so close. So here we go. So once again, happy Friday, everybody. I hope everybody's had a good week so far, especially since, you know, BlizzCon has passed us. We're now a good week in. I've offended everybody in the private server community that is going to be offended. And, yeah, we can all move on with our lives, right? I haven't gotten anything recently, but, you know, if it starts up again, I have no problem being even more cynical. And to those who actually did take seriousness to what I was saying, it wasn't aimed for you. It was aimed for the people who are going to be dicks anyway. So I'm sorry if that irritated you, but frankly, that wasn't aimed at you. So there you go. Here is where we go for the High Mall Crusade, and I actually know the questline that we're talking about. So let's go and talk to Gazmolf.
Time is money, friend.
Tell me, what do you see when you stand to an ancient artifact? History, culture, mystery? That's because you have an untrained eye. Do you know what I see? Money. Lots of it.
It's totally not because you're a goblin too, right?
Oh, no. I'm just a goblin. That's the way it works. Stick around with me long enough and you'll be smart enough. And if you're smart enough, you'll learn a thing or two about real archaeology. Okay, so Gazmolf, Fultz Wrangler, and the High Mall Crusade. In case you guys didn't get it, that's an Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade joke. It's good to see there's still an interest out there in real archaeology. There's a lot of misconceptions out there about how archaeology is really done, but have no fear. The great and famous Gazmolf Fultz Wrangler is here to educate you.
Glad I could help.
All right. So he will have one new quest, which is a lesson in mineralogy. Gazmolf gestures at the large machine nearby. I built this machine to break down elementium minerals into base elements. You see, it's not just what's buried within the ground that can be valuable, but also the ground itself. Take, for example, the earth elementals below us. Inside every earth elemental is an earthen core, dense and precious metal. Those elementals are going to make us rich. Collect 7 earthen cores, place them in the Gold-O-Matic 9000, and I'll give you a cut.
Keep it real.
And by cut, I mean 14 gold, because that's what I see you as being worth. Always my response to it. Okay, so then we also have Trixie LaRue.
Time is money, friend.
Good help is hard to find. The excavation team is on strike. Foreman Daswicks and his cronies think they can squeeze the Steamwheel Preservation Society for some extra dough by refusing to work. What I need is to scab a strike breaker. Someone to put some pressure on them by doing the job they refuse to do. Go down into the gorge, dig up some antiquities for me, and I'll pay you what I would have paid those lazy numbskulls.
Be good.
Alright, so we have these 2 quests to take on, and I think we are going to get one as we go into it. So all you got to do is take out these big earthen... so this is actually one of those things I want to show off. This is an Earthen Fury. So this is basically an upgraded Earthen Elemental. Or Earth Elemental. And the cool part about Nagrand is that we're actually going to see all of the new Fury designs for Earth, Fire, Wind, and Water. And that's going to be amazing for me. So let's go ahead and start taking care of these guys for some earthen cores. There we go. And it looks like we're still having a little bit of lag in the sound department. I don't know what they're going to do to patch that, but okay. Oh, and actually, before we get started, because I keep on forgetting to do this, I actually do get some food from the Garrison Herb Garden. So we're going to put that on. It's not going to give me a whole lot, but I might as well just get some extra critical strike rating. See, there you go. Critical strike increased by 75. And then also, I have been building these up. Now I can make... so I actually put an alchemy lab in the garrison so that now, even though I don't have alchemy, I can make Dranic agility flasks. So this will increase my agility by 200 for 1 hour. And I believe this persists through death. Yes, so if I die, I don't have to reapply it. With the food, not so much. So this is the other one. Oh, sorry. This is Nagrand Antiquities. There is another quest down here. I know there is. Well, we might as well grab this true iron deposit because we're here. There we go. And to those who are still asking, yes, my opinions have since changed a little bit on Battle for Azeroth. I'm not saying I'm horribly excited about it still, but I have a feeling it's going to be more PvE than they're letting on, especially with a lot of the details that we're getting from the show floor. So for those who think I was crapping on Battle for Azeroth, I kind of was. But since then, I've had some thought on it. I've been able to get more information. I don't think it's as PvP an expansion as I thought originally. So at that point, I'm kind of okay with it. It's starting to warm up on me. This is a similar situation to Warlords itself. I find it funny that we're playing Warlords and I'm talking about battle, because Warlords I was not warm to. I did not like the idea of Warlords. I did not need to go and first of all time travel back to fight a bunch of orcs that were long since dead. Especially since I also felt like they were going to be trampling on the reputation of one of my favorite characters, Grom Hellscream. And they kind of did in the long run. But overall, I actually started to warm up to it because I did like the facelifts for all of the character models. That's what we're actually running off of now. I did like that aspect. I also like the garrisons and what they were actually going to provide. But... and here's the thing, too. Like, I was not a fan of the questing experience before the expansion launched, but then I did the questing experience and I really enjoyed it, especially on the Alliance side where I got to meet Yarel, and she was really what kind of kept me going in that whole questing experience. It was actually really cool to see her character develop over time. Oh, Jiminy Christmas. There we go. And sadly, because of all of the excitement and because of how busy things have been, I'm a little stuffed up today. It didn't help that my daughter actually did get a little bit of a head cold, so I'm probably going to get it too, and I'm not looking forward to that. That'll just set me back even further. Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, so we can't necessarily do this just yet. We got to go back. Back to the Goblin Crusade. Never mind. I should get that Arrow Bloom, but I'm already full on stuff because of the Herb Garden and because of the mine. So I'm not too worried about it right now. So yeah, I'm more excited for Battle for Azeroth than I was before, but not by much. This is probably going to be a Warlords thing. I'm going to have to get in there and actually experience it for myself before I immediately commit. But at the very here's the way I'm seeing it. If it doesn't do that for me, then I can go and catch up on a bunch of other games that I've been wanting to play for quite a while. If it does, then great. I can continue on in the story and I can enjoy it. And I won't necessarily be too miffed. But even if I am miffed, I mean, I'll follow my own advice when I did this for the Nostalrius video. Go play something else. If it doesn't work for you, just go play something else. Alright, so lesson in mineralogy. The Goldomatic 9000 buzzes and whirs with the sounds of heavy machinery. Boom. The Goldomatic 9000 crunches and grinds through the elemental remains. There we go. And Trixie LaRue. Do you have the Nagrand antiquities?
Yes I do.
Great work, Drakfu. That bunch of good-for-nothings came crying when they found out someone else was making their money. I don't think Daswix or his cronies will be much trouble from here on out. As promised, here's the pay I owe you for a job well done.
Have a good one.
Boom. And now we have one for...
Listen up, you idiots. The excavation is happening with or without you. If you want to get paid, you better start working.
Come on, gang. Let's get back to work before Daswix gets us into more trouble.
Hey, wait up. Don't leave. We're just getting started.
Okay. Well, that didn't work out so well for them. So, a lesson in teamwork.
One of the most important skills an archaeology team needs is good teamwork. The key to good teamwork is knowing when to give and when to take. The Highmaul Ogres have been excavating mysterious artifacts from the Gorge. I want you to team up with the Highmaul Ogres in the name of good archaeology. Remember what I said about giving and taking? The Ogres have given us their hard work to excavate the artifacts. Now I want you to take those artifacts from them and bring them here. It's teamwork.
Hurry back.
Yeah, that doesn't feel like teamwork, but okay. All right, a lesson in archaeology.
As an archaeologist, it's important to make great discoveries and contributions to the field. Why? Because that's how you make a name for yourself. Even that hack, Harrison Jones, has a somewhat reputable name. I love the fact that he mentioned Harrison Jones. That's great. If he can do it, then you can too. The Highmaul are hiding something big in that cave of theirs, and we need to get in there and take it. Take this teleportation beacon and make your way back to the cave, to the back of the cave. Once you find the relic, place the beacon and my team will take care of the rest.
For real.
And by take care of the rest, I mean we'll steal all the credit, because that's what we do. All right, so now we actually need to go into the ogre cave that we saw. So all the way back over. But hey, I mean, look on the bright side. Battle for Azeroth may not be coming out very soon, but Hearthstone is. I know I speak a lot about that Kobolds and Catacombs, but man, single-player Hearthstone is an amazing thing to me. It's something that I can easily do, like, on my own spare time and not be overly frustrated with having to constantly do multiplayer. If I want to do multiplayer in Hearthstone, I can do it. And if I don't, then I can just go and do a dungeon run. I'm fine with it. I like having choice. There we go. So now we're in the cave. And I don't know if you guys have actually noticed while we've been doing Draenor, but yeah, we do have upgraded ogre designs. And I highly suspect, and I'm not the only YouTuber that's doing it now, so I'm fairly certain of this theory now. I believe, honestly, that the reason we got the ogre update is because eventually we're going to get an allied race, probably specifically the High Maul ogres. So then at that point, the Horde can finally have the one race that has been missing from their arsenal, and we've never understood why, aside from it just hasn't looked good to the Blizz devs. We're gonna have ogres finally join the Horde. And so this actually couples along with another question that I've been getting. I did actually say, like, there are some, so all the allied races are not in. They have said that we're gonna get some more. And actually somebody did want to ask me, like, what do you think the next ones are gonna be? I'm not gonna give you what I think the next ones are gonna be because I honestly can't answer that. I don't know where they're gonna go with it. But I can tell you what I would like to see in there. First of all, Broken for the Alliance. I have wanted that since pretty much the Draenei got announced and I got into Burning Crusade. I really did like the Broken model, and I'm not usually a guy who plays a lot of roided out characters, and that's literally how I saw the Draenei, is like they're big, buff, burly, they can take you in a struggle kind of thing. I always like being able to play kind of the mid-range guy, not like the thin Ichigo Kurosaki kind of thing, as most anime do, but somewhere in the middle. So something like a Vegeta or a Goku, where it's like Vegeta's not really a good example because he's kind of small, but Goku's like a mid-ranged in that concept. So that's usually the kind of character that I want to play as, and I've always wanted a Broken Shaman. I actually swapped, so I had a Draenei Shaman that I actually healed on for Wrath of the Lich King, and I swapped him to Dwarf in Cataclysm just because I didn't want the big burly guy, and the Dwarf was something that I could do in the meantime. But I will tell you right here and now, if they make a Broken race that I can play for the Alliance, you can bet your boots I'm gonna swap my Shaman over to being a Broken. I love Broken Shaman. I would love to be a follower of the current Nobundo. Well, I guess I, as you guys will find out in Legion, I would be his boss, but I'm okay with it because it's Nobundo. It's awesome, dude. Another race that I actually see eventually happening, I don't know how they're going to do it, but I mean, Dark Iron Dwarves technically did exist in the game. You just couldn't do the glowing red eyes and you didn't have the backstory. If you can do that, then I would like High Elves. I would like High Elves that join, I'm going to be biased here, the Alliance. I want them to join the freaking Alliance, and that way you can have the blue-eyed elves if you want to have that. I don't know if we're ever going to get that because they're just going to look at us and go, well, you got Nightborn and you got Void Elves. But I would love to see High Elves be another thing that you can get. Maybe some elves that didn't agree with the whole decision to join the Horde. Oh, and by the way, here is the artifact. There we go. Let's go ahead and use the teleportation beacon. Open the trap ray. Ah, there we go.
All right, gang, it's archaeology time. Boss, my readings indicate a spatial anomaly around the artifact. We'll need to neutralize it. Set your archaeology blasters to dissipate. I'm getting feedback. My archaeology blaster can't hold it. I just had to wear the red shirt. Set blasters to full power.
Oh no!
Oh, that's problematic. Now that's how archaeology's done. What's that? Let's get moving, Drakfu. We'll see you back at the camp. Hey, boss! You sure this thing's safe? Of course, a little cosmic radiation never hurt anybody. Clearly, he's never read a Marvel comic. All right, so, yeah, High Elves broken. I would really like to be able to see those. If you're going to incorporate other Tauren races, I honestly believe that you should also include the, I can't remember them off the top of my head, but the Buffalo guys from Northrend, oh, dang it, like, the races are escaping me, but, because they are distant relations to the Taurens, so you might as well have those as well. And then the Yak ones from Pandaria, I think those should be actually added too. Actually, here's another alliance race I want, Jinyu. I would really love a Jinyu. I would definitely swap so I currently have a human monk. I would definitely swap my human monk for a Jinyu monk. I'd have no problem doing that. Or making a mage that was a Jinyu. That'd be pretty awesome too. Especially if you could get glyphs later on that basically took all of his frost stuff and then made it more water-based. That would be awesome. Or even like a Jinyu shaman. I wouldn't have an issue making that either. So, and then along with that, I guess you got to do this is for the Horde, you get the Hosen. And I wouldn't mind that either. Like a Hosen monk, I would love to see what they do with some of the animations that you can make from that. Because it would be monkey kung fu. All right, let's go ahead and turn this in with Gazmolf.
Talk to me.
Yeah. Okay, lesson in teamwork. Have you retrieved the mysterious artifacts? It's all about teamwork.
Yes, I have.
You did a great job, kid. I hope you learned something about teamwork today. Here's your cut, minus my teaching fee, the Steamweedle Preservation Society service charge, and gratuity, of course. I'm sure. There we go.
Glad I could help.
No upgrade, so it's worthless to me. And then lesson in archaeology. Great work back there. That's how real archaeology is done. It's a good thing you came to me to learn the trade, kid. You've got talent, and I'd hate to see it wasted on a putz like Harrison Jones.
Right back.
And there you go. See you on the next dig, Drakfu. We couldn't have done it without you. So that's all you got to do for this particular quest. Or quest line. What else can we get done? Oh, yes, that's right. Banthar is actually really close by, so we're going to track him down. So we don't have to worry about him later. Or her. Is it a her? I can't even remember. And this is totally not a justification for me to continue to talk about allied races. Yeah, Jinyu, Hosen, Broken, I would love those. I'm trying to think of other Horde races that make sense. Because I've done a lot of alliance races. I don't know. Oh, Saberon. Saberon would actually be a really amazing Horde race. That'd be awesome if they were, if they actually could be, civilized enough, then I think they should do it. Saberon would be amazing. Tol'Vir. But Tol'Vir, I think there's the same problem there that there is with the much wanted Naga race. It is just, there's too much, junk in the trunk, for a character model to have 0 to no problems. So I honestly think that would be an issue. Sadly enough. Not a big issue, but I think an issue nonetheless. Enough so that developers would need to look at that. Like, how would you do leg items for them? How would you do boots? I mean, it's not exactly like the Naga problem because they got a tail, but you have the extended legs, so how do you make that work? But it would be cool to get the Tol'Vir as a race. I'm gonna say it because already I know a few people who are begging for it. The Volpera is probably gonna be a Horde race, but I have a feeling that would be like the cute and cuddly gnomes that people would want to make on the Horde. I want to make a Volpera because I want to be a fox person. The Sethrak actually would be another great allied race. You see the problem here? There's so many races on Azeroth that it's like, oh, okay, let's do this one. Let's do this one. Let's do this one. So I have a feeling there's going to be some process of elimination. But strangely enough, I'm okay with it. Just because more races just adds more customization into it. I love the fact that people bring up oh, we don't have, 50 sliders of customization, but then you get different races and different looks for them. And I think that honestly fixes it. Oh, we got to be careful. This is actually where the Alliance's outpost in Nagrand is. So I want to make sure that I don't hit it. Come on, where is Banthar? Oh, I think that's where Banthar's supposed to be. So come on over here. Oh no, that's just a rare. So I'll go ahead and let this paladin have it. He's working his way. I will kill a rare if I don't think anybody's nearby, but if there's somebody nearby, then I'm going to immediately assume that they're trying to get it. So to me, it's just a common courtesy of if they want it, they can have it, because they're actually working on something that is important to them. That's the cool part. That's another cool thing about World of Warcraft is whatever is important to you, and it works. And I always want to support that. Because I'm a raider, I'm a dungeon crawler, and that's what's important to me. Oh, there's Banthar. He's dead. Dang it. Well, we'll wait until he despawns and maybe he'll show up again. But yeah, that's what's important to me. But to other people, it's transmog, and I'm actually there with you. Or it's pet battles, or it's killing off rares, or it's finding treasure. That's the way it should be. Like, that's why World of Warcraft has worked for so long. You still have people who through 6 expansions, yeah, they do the necessary questing, but the thing they care about is professions, building stuff, and playing the auction house. That's what they love. That's what they like doing. And frankly, it's their $15. If they want to spend it that way, they're more than welcome to. That's why that works. That's why the system works. Oh, come on, Banthar. I'm about to skin you. Well, I can't skin you, but, you get my meaning. Okay, so Banthar just despawned. I'm guessing she's going to show up very, very close to where she was. That's a guess. I don't know that for certain. Let's see. Ancient, Leatherhide. I want to say that she kind of stays in a specific area. Ah, there she is, Banthar. So we'll go ahead and take care of her. Yay! Hey, Banthar, come here! Boom! There we go. So now we have Warren of Banthar. We've completed that quest too. We're just getting crap done. Anything nearby that we can take care of? No, not really. I almost want to take care of the Overwatch next, just because that's pretty far out. Is that the Ring of Trials? I don't think it is. Is that the Ring of Trials? Yeah, I guess it is. Okay, cool. We'll head back here, and we actually need to fly back to our garrison outpost in Warvar, but that's all right. And for those who are actually worried about, like, are we going to run out of quests here? No. Trust me, the storyline is bigger than this. We just have to do all of this stuff to unlock the next step. So here we are. I'm always having that debate. Like, I'm so close to the Ring of Trials at Warvar that I might as well not fly. If I was over at the Alliance version, I would totally be flying to the Ring of Trials. But there's Warvar right there. So there's really no reason for me to fly. Let's just go ahead and get back over here. Hello, everybody! Let's go ahead and turn this in with Shadowhunter Taz.
What you want?
Bantar's horn! Hemet would be green with envy to have another shot at such a powerful beast. Magnificent kill, Commander. You've done us all proud.
Spirits.
I know. I'm awesome like that. Okay, so we still have a couple of other areas to go. We could either go to Tellar, or we could go all the way up and deal with the Dr. Hadley Ricard situation. Or we could do the trouble at the Overwatch. Let's do the Hadley Ricard thing, because I believe it's actually kind of hard to get there, and on top of that, there's no flight path, and it's the closest thing to us. So let's go this way. We're going to be dealing with some podlings. We didn't really deal with them. We deal with them more on the Alliance, but now we're going to have some fun and deal with them on the Horde. Oh, and there's actually a little Saberon encampment right there. Ooh, let's go ahead and grab that bit of lumber. So yeah, it's as I said on Wednesday, I would really love to hear what you guys thought of Battle for Azeroth. What are allied races you'd like to see in Battle for Azeroth? I would love to see what you guys want and see whether or not, you know, we're immediately in the same page or anything like that. Actually, another one just barely came to my mind. Why not the bug races? I want Mantid. I would make a Mantid. I would. And I would not care. I would literally play him off as a follower of the old gods. I would not care. In fact, next hero class, follower of the old gods. Make it happen, Blizzard. So, and look, we have another Zangarmarsh outcropping at the Spiteleaf Thicket.
It's almost like the Zangarmarsh is trying to take over.
Okay, so this is where you're supposed to meet up with people for quests, but unfortunately, we can't even do that because we have to find Dr. Hadley Ricard first. So, along the way, let's go ahead and take care of all of these podlings. There we go. 6. Up here, so should be okay. 12 out of 20, and actually it's just where that burrow is. That's where we need to find Dr. Hadley Ricard. 15. Oh yeah, we're gonna pull a bunch of these freaking podlings. There we go, we have all 20. So make our way into the Spiteleaf Burrow. And here is Dr. Hadley Ricard. And he's either making friends with King Bippy Bop, or he is subjugated by King Bippy Bop. One of the two. That's okay, we have solutions for both.
Take some fury! Hi, Doc.
Pleasure to meet you. My name is Dr. Hadley Ricard, and as you could see, I seem to be in a pickle of sorts. I've been taken captive by these podlings, and if my assessment of their intentions is correct, they mean to kill me and use my remains as fertilizer for their offspring.
Mary Bell Wash sent me to rescue you. Go and I'll protect you and all that stuff.
My research station is near the shore, not far from here. I'll wait for you there.
Yeah, you're gonna not be waiting that long.
Because we don't care. We're getting out of here. Okay, every time I hear that, bah, I immediately assume that the podlings are coming to attack me. Okay, so all we have to do is make our way back to that table. And that's where Hadley is. And he will have additional quests for us. And I think we can actually turn in both these quests with him. Here we go. Hi, Hadley!
How are you?
So the good doctor, your timely arrival to rescue me from the podlings was most appreciated. This research station has seen better days. My equipment and belongings were damaged in the ambush. However, with your aid, I'm sure we'll be up and running again in no time.
All right, search for research.
Here, my research notes are missing. They must have gone missing during the podling attack on the research station. All of my work will be lost if they are not found. Come to think of it, I'm also missing my expedition supply bag, as well as my antifungal boots. How can I do biological research without my equipment? No, this will not do at all. Please, go and search the Zangar shore for my missing belongings so that I may continue my fungal research.
So he's actually here to research the Zangarmarsh.
I have yet to fully unravel the mysteries of the Zangar fungi, but I'm making great progress. If my theories are correct, an understanding of the fungal strains in relation to local ecology will teach us a great deal about the various species in Draenor.
I caught none of that. So, a fascinating fungus.
The Zangar shore is home to many peculiar strains of fungi, some of which are similar to those of our native Azeroth. However, one strain in particular is most fascinating. I call it Zangarium dranormiacota.
due to its prevalence in Draenor's fungal ecosystem. This unique strain of fungus is highly adaptable and can be found on many of the living organisms throughout the Zangar shore. Why does it exist? What properties does it hold? To answer these questions, I will need additional spore samples.
Have a good one.
Of course you will. Alright, so we need to actually go out to the Zangar shore, where the podlings are actually fighting the fungal giants. That's actually really cool. You can see little podlings on top of them. Okay, so we need to find all of the research equipment for Dr. Hadley, but also find fungal samples, or spore samples. So this is going to be interesting, because we need to balance it out. Oh, and here's a Strider, by the way, and I think it's rare. Yeah, no, the Bark Strider is not rare. It's just something that exists here. See, that's the cool part about this whole thing is, you know, in this Draenor's timeline, the Zangar Marsh is the Sea of Zangar, and so at that point, it's actually starting to crop its way into Draenor, or at least the continent of Draenor, which might prove as a problem later on. We don't really know. Remember, Draenor's evolution got horribly interrupted by, you know, the Burning Legion. So that forever changed how Draenor was going to shape and actually eventually destroyed the planet. So we don't know necessarily where people would have gone or if the Zangar Marsh would have actually developed on its own. We can only guess that the Zangar Marsh was probably helped by because of all the elements that made Draenor into Outland, made it all desolate. But no, this is actually saying there's a natural evolution. It would have gotten there anyway. So here's the research journal. Dang it. There we go. We need to make sure that we get all the spore samples too. Got 5 more. We still need to find all the other stuff. Any more spores down this way? Probably. Yep, there's one. There's one. And you can already see fungal giants are starting to become a thing. And we also know that on Draenor, the plant life became a real problem because of the botany. There we go. And I believe the podlings are associated with botany. I don't remember exactly how, but I believe they are associated. I haven't gotten the Warcraft Chronicle Volume 2 yet, but that actually goes into Draenor's ecology and how that was supposed to work. I would really love to know, personally, so I will eventually get it, probably as a Christmas present to myself. There we go.
I'm out of range.
Okay, that puts us at 3 more. And we still need to find the antifungal boots. Well, we might as well just come down here. We'll eventually come down here anyway, but I might as well just grab these. 2. Come on. There we go. We need 1 more. And I don't... Oh, there we go. See, I wouldn't have seen that unless I had dived deeper down. Let's see. Back up, and now we just need to find the fungal boots. Or the anti-fungal boots, rather. Thankfully, I think I know where they are. I think they're way over here. Because they got dragged off by podlings, and the podlings had an ADD moment, and completely forgot what they were doing with them. There we are. There's our anti-fungal boots. Let's go ahead and turn these in with Dr. Hadley Ricard. Boom. Oh no, we have to pass through a bog strider. Whatever will we do? We will pass through the bog strider. There we go. And of course, the other thing that I walked away with BlizzCon totally excited about is I hope, once again, Blizzard World becomes kind of like a trading world. I would really love to discover all of the little nooks and crannies in that area. That would be awesome. Okay.
Hello.
Here we go. Okay, so the search for research. Have you retrieved my missing belongings?
Yes, I have.
I see you have my research with you. And what's this? You also have my supply bag and my antifungal boots. Spectacular! I now have the tools I need to continue my research into the Zangar fungal strain.
Okay.
Haste mastery yeah, let's do haste mastery. Boom, it actually upgraded. And it's kind of worth it. Kind of. Let's go ahead and get rid of the 590 ring. There we go. Fascinating fungus. Have you collected the spore samples for my research? Yes, I have. You have the spore samples for my research. Excellent. The Zengar shore is a dangerous place, what with the risk of fungal mutation and all. Oh, I didn't mention that before. I was sure I did. No matter. You look hardy enough. I'm sure your genes are impervious to foreign fungal strains that your body has never before encountered. Thanks. And then Durgmeyer, I think is how you're supposed to say it. In order to fully understand the nature and properties of the Zangarium Dranarmiarkota, I need to examine the strain within a complex fungal structure. The fungal brain of a spore giant would do nicely. Not just any spore giant will serve, though. It needs to be big, mean, primordial, the perfect specimen. In a cavern deep below the surface is an ancient spore giant the locals fearfully refer to as Durgmeyer. Slay the monster, but be sure to carefully preserve the fungal brain for our research.
See you later.
I was just gonna punch it, but okay. I guess that's what we'll do.
And actually, we were really close to Durgmeyer right off the bat. But then we came back. That was actually where the undersea cave was. So here we go. Just gonna head back over to the cave and see how lucky we can get. Here's hoping that a paladin didn't come through or something else came through and made things difficult for us. It's right here. Yep. Nope. Screw you. Screw you. Leave me alone, you fungal giant. There we go. And now we can do the sea turtle. Because you still can't do seahorses. Why? I don't know. Be so helpful to be able to do that.
Come on in. Oh no, I'm stuck. Come here, buddy. Fist of Fury!
There we go. So now we have the fungal brain. Okay, can we do... No, can only be outside. Urgh. Okay, well then I guess we're going all the way outside just to put up a sea turtle so I can get to the surface quicker. Yay, sea turtle. Yeah, I really wish they'd let me finally use the seahorses outside of the shear. That's like my only beef with the whole Vashir thing is, if you're not going to do anything like that again, then just at least let me utilize the seahorse for my own undersea ventures. Least you could do. Either that or buff the freaking sea turtle so that it's not... Because I think it's like 20% in water, 20% swim speed. And that's really dumb considering that the seahorse can run like 410, I think. I think it's one of the fastest mounts out there. There we go. So, Hadley, we're back. We got your brain.
Good day to you.
Without a fungal brain to examine, the mysteries of the Zangar ecosystem will remain unsolved. I see you've retrieved Durgmeyer's fungal brain. Not only is the fungal structure perfectly intact, the specimen is exquisite. I will need only a moment to begin the examination.
See you around.
There you go. In order to properly dissect such a delicate organ, one must have a steady hand and precise... Pickles! No! Oh, the frog ate it. Quickly, Pickles, describe to me in exacting detail what you will feel at this very moment. Ribbit. Oh. Wait, Pickles! We must document the experiment! Oh my gosh. Okay, that was hilarious. It appears that I require a new research assistant.
Don't look at me, buddy. I got adventuring to do.
Oh, poor Dr. Hadley Ricard. He unfortunately lost his specimen. And I lost all that hard work. But hey, I got rewarded, so what do I care? Alright, so let's make our way back to Warvar now that we've gotten that done. Oh, and actually we need to go to the Ring of Trials to turn in the other quest. To whack some weeds. Snarlpaw Ledge. So here's where we enter Gorin territory. Oh, look, and the ogres are trying to handle this Gorin infestation. Ha! Good luck with that. That's the other thing cool about the Gorin is, like, when they run up at you, they basically go all pill bug and start rolling. They use rollout. It's super effective. Okay, so there's the Ring of Trials. Let's go ahead and make our way over to there and turn in this quest. And we're starting to run out of quests. Yay! That's kind of what we want to happen. Because then new quests unlock, and we can start going deeper into the story within Nagrand. Nagrand's actually a pretty big zone, so it's going to take us a while to get through it. Which is how I would have it. More time in Nagrand than... Well, actually, the quicker we can get through Nagrand, the quicker we can get the Legion. Alright, so Maribel.
Great work, Drakfu. I'm surprised we made it out of Spiteleaf Thicket alive. I can still hear the sound of their maniacal laughter as they swarmed us.
Safe travels.
There you go. Okay, so now that we have that done, let's see, where can we go next? We could take care of King of the Breeze Striders. Is he nearby? No, he's not. Let's head back really quick to Warvar and see if we've unlocked any new additional quests. Probably not going to be that lucky, but at least let's check it. No, doesn't really look like it. Doesn't really look like we got any brand spanking new quests. Well, darn it. Okay. So we've got Tellar and we've got the Margok's Overwatch. I guess the first place we can try and go to would be Margok's Overwatch, just to get that started. Or actually, you know what? We are pretty close to an hour anyway. I don't mean to cut these off early, but frankly, it's been a busy enough week anyway. I really do, like, because I know that Margok's Overwatch is going to go into a quest line, and that'll take a while. Tellar will also do that. So yeah, let's go ahead and call it for this week. When we come back on Monday, we will start off at Margok's Overwatch, and we will continue our questing in the plains of Nagrand. We'll see you guys then.